What's up, guys? Pikachu's cousin here. Got a OU battle. Yeah, it was OU. Yeah, it's an OU battle. What am I? I'm retarded. I got it off a guy named I really can't remember. But he's from the Smogon Wi-Fi Battle Finder, and let's just start the match. His name will be in the title or description. But I lead off with my Infernape, thinking that he was going to lead off with his Breloom and go for some kind of Spore substitute shenanigans. But he leads off with his Rotom, probably predicting my Politoad lead. But I'm going to go into my Chansey to take the incoming Hydro Pump, and Chansey just... oh boy, don't mess with Chansey. She is a beast. And he's going to switch into his Espeon to take the incoming Toxic and bounce it back, but I avoided the attack. Apparently, Chansey is a nimble ninja. But I'm going to switch into my Politoad to get up the rain because I figure it's the perfect time. And he's going to set up a Reflect. I mean, you guys know what Espeons do. They set up those screens and they bounce shit back. I mean, that's all they're good for. Well, actually, I got pwned recently by a Specs Espeon, so I think I might try that out. But anyway, I'm not really worried about the light screen. I am a Choice Specs Rain Boosted Surf. I'm not a Choice Specs Surf, but the Surf was Choice Specs Rain Boosted. That's the right way to say it. I go for another Surf just to get some damage on whatever he's going to go into, and he brings out his Breloom, and so for some reason, don't ask me why, I went into my Tentacruel, and, you know, he goes for that Spore, and now I'm asleep, and that's not really good because he is my only Rapid Spinner. But I'm pretty sure there was no rocks no hazards at all during this match, actually. But he's going to set up a sub and maybe predict a switch. Maybe he didn't want to go for a resisted Focus Punch. But either way, that Stone Edge gets a crit and I live it with 1 HP. Jesus Christ, that's just crazy. But, what's going to happen? Oh, now he's just going to finish me off with the Focus Punch. And, you know, I don't really want to switch because I don't want to get anything, like, I don't want to get murdered by the Breloom. I mean, Breloom is just such a beast. I've never used Breloom. I think I might try him out, but whatever. I go into my Politoad to basically break the sub with an Ice Beam because I really wasn't sure if my Infernape could outspeed him, but he probably would have now that I think about it. But, you know, he's just gonna destroy me with a Focus Punch. For some reason, I thought that I would live that. I'm not even bold nature or anything. And that HP did not hesitate to drop. So I'm gonna go into my Infernape now. And he is gonna switch out. And for some stupid ass reason, I didn't think he was gonna switch. And I went for the Flare Blitz. And I mean, the Rotom was so obvious. It was the first thing I thought. But then I was like, nah, he's not gonna switch. He's gonna do something. But fuck, he didn't, so I'm going to switch out and go back into my Chansey because he's going to go for another Hydro Pump. I mean, it's the most obvious thing. And Chansey is just going to take it like a boss. And now I believe he's going to switch out into his Scrafty? Scraggy? Scraggy is the first one, right? I can't really remember. But I predict that switch and go into my Tornadus. And basically just scare him out, and now I have the free opportunity to get a Hurricane off on whatever he's going to bring in. And he does bring in this Porygon 2, probably some kind of specially defensive set. But I switch out into my Chansey again, basically because I thought that they could carry T-Bolt, and I didn't want to take a Tri-Attack either, but he does make a nice play and predict that switch and go for a recover. And now he's back at full HP. And he does snap out of the confusion, and he goes for a Toxic and misses, and I go for a Toxic and hit. So that's cool. And now I'm gonna go for a Protect to see if he's gonna go for a Toxic again, and he does. So now I'm thinking it's a perfect time for me to bring in my Infernape, so he can take the Toxic and hopefully take this Porygon out with a close combat next turn, or take out his possible switch, which the only thing I could really think of he would want to switch into is that Rotom. So he does switch into the Rotom-Wash, and I hit him with a big fat close combat. Look at all those fists punching that washer right in the washer door. And you know, that is a dead Rotom-Wash, and I'm very happy about that because it's a big thorn in my side out of the way. And he goes back in. Oh no, he's bringing out a new Pokemon, Gengar. One of my top 5 favorite Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen. And I go into my Chansey thinking he was going to go for a T-Bolt or like a Shadow Ball. And I know I can live this Focus Blast. It's not Stab and it's not Specs. So I should be able to take it like a champ. And I do take it like a champ. So I'm going to go for the Wish. And I'm thinking, alright, he's going to go for another Focus Blast. So I'm going to go back into my Tornadus and hopefully not die. I mean, it is a resisted move. And I'm pretty sure Tornadus has somewhat decent, specially defensive bulk. And I do take that really good. I was really happy with that. And I received the Wish, and I'm back at full HP. So now I can take out his sub. And I was still very scared of this T-Bolt, because these guys can learn T-Bolt, right? But he goes for the Stab Shadow Ball, and I was worried that this would kill me. But I do live it with 60 HP, just shy of the lucky 69. I mean, if I got 69 HP, I probably would have went on like some kind of magical sweep. But he's going to go back into his Porygon, and I am Choice Scarfed, so that's probably why I outspeed the Prankster, because he goes for a Toxic, I think. Yeah, he does go for the Toxic, and I was really hoping that Hurricane would kill him, but he's probably got like Evilite and max special defense. I really want to try out a Porygon 2. I've never used Porygon 2 either, but I am able to take him out with the second Hurricane. And he's going to go into his Espeon. I am Choice Scarf, like I said, so I will outspeed him. And and this Espeon does not stand a chance to a Hurricane. And now I'm at 6 HP. And it's getting real close. But he brings out his Gengar, and I know I'll outspeed this. Outspeed all his Pokemon. I'm Choice Scarf, like I said. So I'm able to finish him off with a Hurricane, and now I die to the Toxic. But you know what, Tornadus, you did an amazing job, so you have fun in a Pokeball. So he goes into the Breloom. I thought he would go into the Breloom, so I went into my Infernape, and I'm just going to go for the U-turn. And for some reason I went into my Chansey, I guess, to kind of see if he was going to go for like a Spore or anything. But he sets up the substitute, so right here I'm thinking, if he takes me out with a Focus Punch, I am Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet, and Rocky Helmet does 1/4 of the damage given. So I figured if he KOs me, that should frickin' take him out. And let's see. No. Oh god, I was like, what the fuck? The guy in the chat tells me he lives with 1 HP, and I was just like, son of a titty. So now I'm just going to U-turn out and get rid of his substitute. And I go back into my Chansey, which is my second last Pokemon, by the way, to fodder it off to the incoming Focus Punch or whatever. But he goes for the Stone Edge for some reason. I don't know, maybe he didn't think I would go for a U-turn. But yeah, I did go for the U-turn, so tough titties. And now I'm able to take him out with a Flare Blitz, and that is this big juicy threat out of the way. Actually, I don't really think Breloom is juicy, but that's besides the point. So now all he has left is his Scrafty, and all I have left is my Infernape, and I'm locked into Flare Blitz. So I'm basically thinking, GG, I lost. And now I see this bulk up, so I'm thinking, god damn it, there's really nothing I can do except get a crit. So really, I'm banking on hacks right now, and I hate it when you have to bank on hacks. So right now I'm hands in the air. I'm saying crit, 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 crit. Oh my god, I do get the crit, and I do live the recoil. So that was a really good game, a really close one. Probably one of the closest OU matches I've had in a while. But anyway, guys. Peace out, and, have a good one.